So with the gold price near record highs in many currencies, it's perhaps a good time to review the stack and see if there is something you've picked up that you perhaps want to move on. Maybe you've changed your mind a little bit since you first started stacking. Maybe your idea of what you should be stacking has changed. Maybe you just made some beginner mistakes, who knows. It could be an opportunity for you to get out of those coins and into some more liquid coins, if that is something that's been on your mind. So most of my stack is British, and it is like the gold sovereigns, it is the gold Britannias in their various sizes and designs. I do though have some other coins, and this is my most recent pickup. This is the 1909 Indian head, and this is one I've been looking forward to buying for a while. Mine is a $10, and it is from the Denver Mint. You see the mint mark on the bottom left there, and yeah, it's just a bullion half-ounce coin really to me, with a nice design on it. So most of the stack, like I say, is low premium bullion. There is a few things that are a bit more fancy, a bit more interesting. I've got quite a lot of shield sovereigns. I've got some very nice condition sovereigns, and some that are a bit more rare than others. But most of it is lower premium bullion, or at least, when I bought it, it was. So my American coin collection is, in full bloom there. Do have a buffalo hiding away. I've not got all my coins here to show you today, unfortunately, but just a small selection. So yeah, very nice. I do like these two coins. I'm not planning to stack a lot of American coinage. It tends to be a bit of a premium to buy it over here in the UK, but you don't necessarily get that when you sell it, especially if you are selling to dealers. So when I first started stacking, I bought pretty much anything that was fractional gold, like lowest premium. And there was a dealer that I was working with at the time who he was happy to give me a mix of coins at quite a low premium, sometimes bars as well. And I was just buying basically all the small stuff, so it was an easy sale for him. And I was buying it in a bit of a bulk and just regular purchases. So for me, I was getting fractional gold at lower premiums than I would normally. For him, I guess he's shifting on smaller pieces, making his little profit, just with a low amount of hassle. So with that said, I ended up with some small bars, I ended up with small random coins, I ended up with all sorts of bits and pieces. Nothing too outlandish, nothing terrible, but there were a few things that some people who would have bought them initially would have paid great premiums for. So some of the non-royal mint sovereigns that are the sort of private mints, some of those, the people who were buying them, seeing them ads in the newspaper and purchasing these coins new, would have taken a heck of a haircut and lost quite a bit of money, even though the gold price was up. So if there is perhaps the odd coin or bar, maybe you've bought bars and now you fancy coins or something like that, it could be an opportunity for you to perhaps either sell those and swap them into lower premium bullion coins, or just trade them out of the stack if you are, if you perhaps got a bit keen, carried away, stacking a bit more than you should, then there is opportunities there as well. So when the gold price is up, it's obviously easy to sell things, in the sense of the gold price has gone up, so you shouldn't be taking big losses. But it can be difficult in that people in the market are wary the price is higher and they don't want to overpay. They're wary the price could go back down. So perhaps the sort of offers that people would give would be lower premiums. Whereas if the gold price is going the other way, if the gold price is going down, and some of the coins you've paid more for, you're sat underwater, sat in a loss if you were to sell them, then, you've just got to either take the loss or not take the loss, but that could be, a harder sell. And you still get people who want a deal, they want a bargain, they're not looking to pay these, higher premiums, but people might be more open to paying higher premiums. So when I look at silver on the second-hand market, it seems that like the price never really changed that much in pounds. So I was often seeing, you know, silver sell in the last few years between like 23 to 25, 26 pounds an ounce for like bullion Britannias. And there was the odd occasion where people have sold a little bit for less and a little bit for more, but it's more or less been in that ballpark for the whole time. You know, when silver price dropped to its lowest point in the last few years, people just either weren't selling or they were selling, you know, still at those higher prices, and no one really tended to drop the price. Now, I'm not a big silver buyer, so correct me if I'm wrong and if you've seen otherwise, but that's what I sort of noticed. And, you know, it seemed like the margin there varied depending on the spot price. Whereas something like the gold sovereigns, yeah, the premiums are a little bit lower recently. You know, people aren't paying such higher premiums for sovereigns in general. They're paying, you know, a couple of percent over spot plus the post perhaps, because, you know, there's a good supply at the moment, it seems. Perhaps there's, you know, quite a lot of buyers, quite a lot of sellers, and enough to satisfy the buyers. I always find it difficult to see this bullion coin, the 2012. But yeah, with that said, it is perhaps an opportunity for you if you've been looking at your gold stack and wanting to make some changes. It could be an idea to finally do that. If, of course, you care. Some people, they're just not bothered. They just want to stack as much gold as possible and in whatever form. But just be wary that on the way out, you know, some gold is easier to sell than others. There's always people that say gold is gold in the comments, but it is until you try and sell it or you buy it, especially if you're using dealers. But even on the second-hand market, you know, if something is selling at a premium at a dealer's, then most people on the second-hand market know that. You know, they're sort of savvy sellers, so they're also going to attach a premium, but generally not as much as the dealers, probably a little bit less. So I'll just drop that bull there. That's in a good place. He's happy there. And yeah, hope you have enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching. And I just wanted to finish on the dragon, which is there. So hopefully I'll have the 1 ounce version of this soon. Have seen it now available at the dealers. And yeah, that is my new coin for today. The Indian Head 1909. Roughly half an ounce of gold, $10. So lovely coin. Let me know what you think. Talk to you in the comments.